A very warm good afternoon to all of you present in this presentation seminar. This is held by Mala ma'am. Thank you ma'am for holding this seminar. Uh, Myself Ritika Singh of class 9th A. Today 9th A and 9th B again is merged for giving this presentation.
Good afternoon, everyone. Myself, Jagriti Patel. Today, I am here to represent my topic, and my topic is nucleus. Before moving to the nucleus, let's see what is cell. Cell is the basic structure and functional unit of an organism. There are three main features that is present in every cell. They are cell membrane, cytoplasm, and nucleus. Cytoplasm is the outermost covering of the cell. Cell membrane is the outermost covering of the cell. Second, cytoplasm, it is a jelly-like structure inside the cell. And third one is the nucleus. Nucleus is the most integral component of the cell. This is the structure of cell. This is cell membrane, and this part is known as the cytoplasm, and the small round body is known as the nucleus.
संकल्प बेटा आप हटिए यहाँ से.
Now let's come to our topic, that is nucleus. Nucleus is a double membrane organelle in the eukaryotic cell that contains genetic material and other instruction required for cellular process. Nucleus is the one of the largest organelle. There are some cell like RBC. It does not contain any nucleus, but it is originated from a eukaryotic organism. And there are some organism like Paramecium. It contains two nucleus. Now, from where does this word nucleus came from? So, this word is derived from a Latin word which means the kernel of the nut. In Hindi, we can say it akhroot. Now, who discovered the nucleus? So, the nucleus was discovered by Robert Brown in the year 1831. And in the year 1953, a scientist named Hammerling demonstrated that nucleus is storehouse of the hereditary units. Now let's see the structure of the nucleus. This is the outermost covering of the nucleus, that is known as nuclear envelope or nuclear envelope. It encloses the nucleus. In between of the this nuclear envelope, this pores are present. They are known as nuclear pore. It is a protein-line channel that regulates the transportation of molecules from the cytoplasm to the cytoplasm and nucleus. As we all know that in every organelle a fluid is present, and also nucleus there is a fluid present that is known as the nucleoplasm. This is the fluid-like structure inside it. After that, this is nucleolus. It is a small round body in the nucleus. It helps in the protein synthesis, and it also helps in the production of ribosome that is required for cell. And this is thread-like structure. This is known as chromatin material. When this thread-like structure make a rod-shaped structure that is known as the chromosome. This is the structure of the chromosomes. In this chromosomes, DNA is present. This is the structure of DNA. In DNA, genes are present. Now let's see the features of the nucleus. Nucleus is also called the controlling organelle of the cell. This is the first feature, and the second feature is it is also called the autonomous organelle. Why it is called autonomous organelle? Because it contains their own genetic material and it has ability to synthesize other organelle. Now let's see the features of the cell. The first feature of the let's see the feature of the function of the nucleus. The first function is it control all the activity of the cell. Second, it help in the passing of characteristic from the parent to their offspring with the help of DNA. In that DNA gene is present. Third, it help in the growth of cell with the help of cell division. Fourth, it regulates cell metabolism by synthesizing various enzymes. Thank you.
वेरी गुड जागृति. स्क्रीन शेयरिंग बंद कर दे बेटा. आदित्य बेटा अपने को अनम्यूट करिए.
Yes,
और
ma'am.
सामने आइए.
Okay,
आइए
ma'am.
बेटा.
First of all, good afternoon, my respected ma'am and dear friends. I am Aditya Soni of class 9C. Today I am going to explain the topic name vacuoles. Wait. The word vacuoles come from a word vacuous. Vacuous means empty or unfilled. Vacuoles are single membrane bound organelle. Outer membrane of vacuoles is called as tonoplast. See, this is vacuoles and this outermost part called tonoplast. Vacuoles are non-living component of cell. Vacuoles जो होता है वो non-living component होता है cell का. Vacuoles are seen in plant and animal cell. Vacuoles जो होता है वो plant और animal cell दोनों में पाए जाते हैं. In plant cell, vacuoles are small in size and in animal cell, vacuoles are small in size. Animal cell में vacuoles बहुत ही छोटे होते हैं. In plant cell, vacuoles are large और plant cell में vacuoles बड़े होते हैं. See this animal cell. This is small points called vacuoles, and this plant cell only one and large vacuoles. This is called vacuoles.
वेरी गुड आदित्य.
In plant cell, vacuoles can occupy 90% volume of plant cell. Vacuoles do not have any shape or size. Vacuoles का कोई आकार नहीं होता है. Now we come to types of vacuoles. First, Seb vacuoles. Seb vacuoles is found in plant cell. Seb vacuoles जो होता है वो हमें plant cell में पाए जाते हैं. Second, contractile vacuoles. Contractile vacuoles present in aquatic protist and alga. And the role of contractile is helping in osmoregulation. Osmoregulation means controlled movement of water in or out. Third, food vacuoles. Food vacuoles found in protist like amoeba. And fourth, gas vacuoles. Gas vacuoles is another name we can say pseudo vacuoles. Pseudo vacuoles are membraneless. इसमें कोई इसके बाहर कोई membrane नहीं होता है और मेनली ये पाए जाते हैं प्रोक्योटिस में. जैसे कि एग्जांपल में ले सकते हैं हम बैक्टीरिया. The role of gas vacuole is to provide buoyancy to bacteria. Buoyancy means floating on the surface of a liquid. Thank you, ma'am.
वेरी गुड आदित्य.
So myself Shreya Rai from class 9 there. Today I am here to represent my
आराम
topic.
से
plasma
मेरा बच्चा. आपको टाइम मिलेगा, मत परेशान होइए. टाइम दूंगी मैं आपको, इत्मीनान से पढ़ाइए.
So this is the structure of plasma membrane. Plasma membrane is the outermost covering of the cell and it is made up of lipid, protein and carbohydrate. Lipid, protein and carbohydrate. And the function of plasma membrane is it separates the interior part of the cell to the external environment, and the plasma membrane also protect the movement of toxic material in the cell. And next is it allow and permit the entry and exit substances inside and outside the cell. There are two types of transport through plasma membrane. First, active and second, passive. active transport, when energy is required for the movement of molecules, and passive transport, the molecules move, the movement of molecules does not require the energy. There are two types of passive transport: diffusion and osmosis. Diffusion, a process in which molecules move from higher concentration region to the lower concentration region. For example, exchange of gases. And osmosis, when the movement of water molecules through the selective permeable membrane to a region of lower concentration. For example, absorption of water by a plant. And there are two types of osmosis, exosmosis and endosmosis. Exosmosis, in this process, the cell becomes shrink. In this process, the H2O transferred from inner to outer. And endosmosis, in this process, the cell becomes swell up. In this process, the H2O transferred from inner to outer, outer to inner.
Okay. Very good, Shreya.
Thank you, ma'am.
Very good, Shreya.
Good morning, ma'am. Good morning, friends.
Good
Today
morning,
today I represent the topic osmosis, types of osmosis, types of osmosis solution. So first, osmosis, the transfer of substance from its higher concentration to lower concentration with the help of semi-permeable membrane is called osmosis. Its main feature is it always occurs in liquids. So types of osmosis. Osmosis. In this process, the shell becomes shrink. In this process, the water transfer from the inner to outer. Endoosmosis. In this process, the shell becomes swell. This process, the water transfer from outer to lower. And the figure of osmosis is, in this figure, we can see that the higher concentration to lower concentration with the help of semi-permeable membrane. So, types of osmosis solution. There are three types of osmosis solution: hypertonic, hypotonic, stannic. So, in this figure, hypertonic solution. In this type of solution, the solute is more than the solvent. When any cell placed in the solution, they become shrink. Hypotonic solution. In this type of solution, the amount of solute is less than solvent. Stonic solution, a solution that has same salt concentration as cell and blood. It is known as stonic solution. Thank you.
Very good, Beta.
The participants have given are Jagriti Patel, well done Jagriti, then Krishna Yadav, well done Krishna, Aditya Suni, you are also very much better, and Shreya Rai, you are awesome. Thank you to all my friends to participate in this presentation seminar, and I would like to thank Mala ma'am and all the participants who joined in this seminar. I would like to end my words with the end of one chapter, just the beginning of another. Read on, the best part is always yet to come. Thank you everyone for participating in this seminar presentation. Thank you.